Hello and welcome to a very special episode of the Gauntlet. If you have been following the series so far, you know that we started with 19 contestants and we are now down to 4. David, Tim, Kyle, and Josh. Welcome, guys. Now, refresh my memory. You guys are on what team? What teams did you start on?
Top team.
Red team.
Yellow team. The lone survivor.
You're the one survivor of Yellow Team.
Yep.
For you guys, the one teammate that you sent home was Thomas, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
Talk a little bit about that. What did it feel like to send Thomas home?
When he said he didn't know there was a run button on Mario, we thought he was joking.
Remember, you can run, like y'all can run in this game, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's a run button for that.
Yeah.
Cool.
There's a run button?
Yeah.
He said he knew the level like perfectly, and so we were just like, oh man, like.
That's awesome. No, I love that.
What did he do? He ran into like the second Goomba or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just blew my mind because he does that whole thing. He's like, oh, I'm a big cocky type of dude, whatever. Yeah. It's just like, oh, he's just joking.
In the whole competition, he's like making that same joke basically, where he's like, oh, blah blah, and like pretending to be like a bad gamer, and then like he'll do fine. And so we're like, oh, okay. Maybe a bad time to make that joke.
And you have a special claim to fame in that in the very first episode, when we were selecting teams, you were in the very first Gauntlet.
Oh yeah.
And so you made it from that first competition all the way through now to the finale, the Final Four.
Oh yeah.
So how did it feel when you were in that first day when you showed up and you're immediately put in the Gauntlet for elimination?
It felt awful. I won't lie, it felt awful because like at that point, everybody's been kind of funning around, and then they're like, oh, we were just we were sizing you up, now it's time to pick teams. You're kind of like, oh, okay, well, there's 16 slots. I've got to get one of them.
Right.
And then you get down to the Final Four, and it's like, okay, probably going to go home today then. This really sucks. And then they were like, you're going to play Smash. And I'm like, oh, God, one of these guys is going to like be a wave-dashing, combo-breaking monster, and I'm going to go home today. And then like I pulled it out, and then I felt a lot better.
Do you think it gave you a unique perspective to have been through the Gauntlet before anybody else?
I definitely think it gave me the first chance to get the perspective of this thing is real. Like, some people really went home, and like, we're not funning around. The Gauntlet, if you lose the Gauntlet, you're going home.
Well, we had the chance to visit with Kyle in his native environment, so let's take a look at that.
I'm doing an improv show. We're at the Hideout. Me and my troop Rhino Dino we're gonna have some fun.
What's the other line you singing one?
Some raps.
Some raps.
My mama.
Yeah.
Did you remember some my mama? Or do you remember?
Oh, slave Joffrey, bring me more grapes, for I am a hedonist. I've got so many grapes. Bring them all. Douse me with your grape juice.
Anybody do anything special to prepare for the competition once you learned you're going to be part of it?
I thought for sure that either Mortal Kombat or Marvel vs. Capcom would be in the competition, and that was the main one I practiced on, and it never was.
Was there a game that we didn't have in the competition that you were sure was going to be in there?
I kept saying Battlefield.
Okay.
Because I played a lot, and to me, it seems like a very team-oriented game, especially for 4 players. Like whether you're capturing the points or doing rush, that's very team-oriented, and I think that would have been great.
Well, Tim, we consider you to be one of our more emotional contestants. Like when you won at Mario, you were really excited about it. I mean, does that come from your family, or?
I'm really like a quiet, shy, I don't really get like that all the time. Mm-hmm. But like once, kind of what Kyle was saying, once you kind of get to know me, I get like that. And I think it was just the fact that like they were trash talking. I kind of just let it soak in, and like when we won, it was just like such an awesome feeling, because I think like they'd won Rock Band, they'd won Halo, and like they said, overconfidence. So like it was more of just like, yes, we won, and I don't know, it was such a great feeling, and just rubbing it in their face.
All right, well, we got a chance to visit with Tim off the set. Let's take a look at that.
Oh, why hello. Why don't you come in? No, I didn't graduate yet. I wish. I'm in graduate school, and I just finished my first semester. 8 out of the 10 times I like to play video games a little bit more than other things, just because I've been playing video games so much, such long. It's like, it's a part of who I am. Type of games, majority FPS, Halo, Battlefield 3, Call of Duty, or any kind of shooter in general. Third person, Gears of War. Yeah, that's the majority of what I like to play, and I like to buy anything with type of shooting involved. Yeah, I help my mom out. She's got multiple sclerosis, so I've kind of grown up helping her and knowing that I just always got to help her in whatever she needs.
It's great to have him as a son and love his gaming. I love it. Who would have known that him playing all those games, going into his room, telling him to shut off to go to school the next day, would turn into this. It's good.
It's your family member, you got to take care of them no matter what.
All right, really quickly, let's go over what was your favorite game to play, and also what was your least favorite. When you heard the game, your just jaw dropped like, oh, it's no chance.
Really, my favorite would probably be tied between Minecraft and either Left 4 Dead or Mario. I don't even, really all three of those I really enjoyed a lot, because those are probably the ones I was the most familiar with. And, well, actually not Minecraft at all. I like that one just because it was such a surprise. It was just so goofy. I'd never really played it before.
And you can pick it up and play it, kind of easy to understand. Yeah. What about your worst one?
Definitely Rock Band. I'm terrible at that game. That was a
Gotta give
nightmare.
you guys kudos. You guys really embraced it and went all out with the Rock Band performances.
Yeah.
So we went to go visit David in his home. Let's see what that looked like.
All right, we can't actually go in this way because this is, even though it's the front door, it's my roommate's room and he locks the other side of his room, so I can't even get in through this way. But so we have to go around the side. So I got this house in the beginning of the year, so January 2011, and it was pretty bad. It was in pretty bad shape. The walls are literally still falling down. This wall was just kind of something that happened one night when we all got kind of drunk. Two of my roommates are used to be really into train riding. One of them spent 2 or 3 years riding trains, I think, and so we kind of have some of their like train riding friends come out sometimes, and I guess a lot of this is like hobo graffiti signs. The first time we got broken into was actually the night before the first filming of the show. So when we were standing in line waiting to get in the theater, I was on the phone with the police department trying to get them to do something, which they haven't. I know that everybody really likes the Xbox more, or most gamers really like the Xbox more, but I went with the PS3 because I like the exclusives for it more. I like Halo, but I've never been that big on it past the first one. I've had a great time. It's just been a total blast. I don't really have any gamer friends. I'm not like really part of the gamer culture, and I've never really, I think in part because I don't really know anybody who's that into it, I've never like let myself get into it. And it was just really cool getting to meet a bunch of people who have the same interests as I do.
So David, one of the jokes that I feel like I should apologize to you for is even going back to the audition, I was making fun of your clothes and calling you the homeless guy. We're very happy to see that you have a home. That's very nice. It's very relieving.
To be honest, I actually stay under a bridge. That was one of my friends' places. I barely even know them.
Unfortunately, we couldn't get power under the bridge, so we had to fake you actually have a home to live in. So I appreciate it. It's like one of the things I really did appreciate about all of you is what a good sports you were. You know, it's that, obviously a lot of what Rooster does is very tongue-in-cheek. My character in particular was a little abusive at times, and I thought you guys all weathered that fairly well. David, you in particular. Right out of the gate. Josh, we went over and you're staying with your parents.
Yeah.
And we learned a really strange fact, which is your parents were not aware that you had competed in a game show at all.
It was a strange thing because like she had gone that morning, right, to go do something. I don't know what she was doing. I think she was getting stuff for Christmas and wrapping and all that junk. So I had a couple of people come over and they were doing my whole little segment at my house, right? And she came back and she just tripped. She didn't know what was going on. So she called my aunt, she called my dad, just like called everybody, like, oh, it's this. And then she's like, what show is it? She said Gauntlet. Like, not with the N. I didn't really bring it up to them because one, it kind of slipped my mind to kind of bring it up to those guys. Yeah. And then two, it was just like, I could tell them and be like, hey, I'm on a game show. And they'll be like, that's cool. Read their book.
With the physical books.
Yep.
So your mom arrives back from running an errand or whatever for Christmas. She comes back. There's people in your house filming you.
Yeah.
And your explanation was, it's okay, they're from the internet?
Yeah.
Is that- It's impromptu film shoot with people from the internet. It's cool, Mom. Don't worry about
That's exactly what you want to hear your children say to you.
it. Okay, so why don't we take a look at the package where we went to Josh's house to tell his parents that he's on a game show.
Hey guys, this is Josh from Red Team. I live in Round Rock, Texas, and this is my home. We were living in some condos way back in Austin. My parents decided that they were gonna, build a house. Round Rock was one of the up and growing communities that was in Central Texas. Bought the land and then pretty much started building from there. It was one of the last houses that my grandfather actually helped build. He had a really big influence in this house. He like I said, it was one of the last houses he built before he passed away. So, yeah. As far as tattoos goes, I've planned out a lot of these tattoos. I designed a lot of my own tattoos, go with a half sleeve. Next thing you know, I have my entire arm covered, there's some on my chest. I plan on moving some stuff to this arm. There's the Master Sword on my arm, but I plan to get that all colored in, and I've had that designed for a while too. I'm a real big first-person shooter type of guy. I play just about pretty much everything. I started off on first-person shooters though, more or less. More so on a PC. Started off with Doom a long time ago. Had to, load it through DOS. That kind of gives any indication of how old school that is. I like to write music. I love anything that's creative. Pretty much like as far as drawing or putting stuff together, whatever. I mean, I just like being creative.
All right, well, gentlemen, I want to congratulate you for making it this far in the competition. Without giving any spoilers away for the final episode, you all did a tremendous job, and I think you should be very proud of yourselves for making this far in the competition. Would you guys do it again, do you think?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, thank you for watching. This has been our special visit with the final 4 contestants of the first season of the Gauntlet. Who's going to win? Our contestants left are David, Tim, Kyle, and Josh. Find out who our champion is in just a few days on the finale of the Gauntlet.
Next time on The Gauntlet. With 4 players and no chance at redemption, we have reached the finale of the competition. Finalists will compete head-to-head in 3 games for their final chance to fail or be crowned champion of The Gauntlet.